Have you ever noticed how some people don't need to be the loudest person in the room to be the strongest and most successful? They don't constantly seek attention because they know their value doesn't depend on other people's opinions. They don't feel the need to prove themselves every single day to everyone around them. Instead, they move quietly, patiently, and steadily through life while others rush from one thing to another. Yet somehow, years later, they are often the ones standing at the top of the mountain. They are the ones who achieve their goals while others are still searching for direction. They are the ones who build lasting success instead of temporary victories. If you've ever met someone like that, chances are you've encountered a Taurus. While many zodiac signs are known for speed, charisma, or bold personalities, Taurus possesses a different kind of strength. It is not flashy, dramatic, or designed to attract constant attention from others. Instead, it operates quietly beneath the surface while growing stronger every single day. This is one of the reasons Taurus is often called the silent powerhouse of the zodiac. The truth is that many people underestimate Taurus when they first meet them. They see their calm nature and mistakenly assume it is a sign of weakness. They see their patience and believe they lack ambition or competitive drive. They see their quiet confidence and assume they can easily outperform them. But those assumptions rarely survive once Taurus begins revealing their true capabilities, because Taurus possesses a secret weapon that many people fail to recognize. They understand something that most people completely overlook in life. Taurus knows how to last when everyone else burns out and gives up. In a world obsessed with speed and instant gratification, Taurus masters endurance. And in the long run, endurance often proves more valuable than raw speed. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Taurus and their hidden strengths. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why Taurus secretly outlasts almost everyone. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet associated with beauty, comfort, value, and abundance. This influence gives Taurus a deep appreciation for quality and meaningful experiences. They enjoy comfort and often create peaceful environments wherever they go. They appreciate quality rather than chasing things simply because they are popular. They value stability in their relationships, finances, and long-term future. Security is not just a desire for Taurus, but an important life priority. At first glance, this may not seem like a recipe for extraordinary success, but in reality, it creates one of the strongest foundations imaginable. Taurus understands the importance of building something solid and lasting. While many people chase shortcuts, Taurus focuses on permanence and reliability. While others search for quick wins, Taurus builds something that will endure. This long-term mindset completely changes the way they approach life. Imagine two people planting trees with very different goals in mind. One person wants immediate results and chooses something that grows quickly. But that fast-growing plant may not survive for very long. The second person chooses a slower-growing tree that takes years to mature. However, that tree eventually becomes stronger and lasts for decades. Taurus is almost always the second person in that story. They understand that the strongest things in life take time to grow. One of the most misunderstood qualities of Taurus is their patience. Many people mistakenly view patience as weakness or passivity. Taurus sees patience as one of the greatest forms of strength. They understand that rushing often leads to mistakes and poor decisions. They know that meaningful achievements require effort, consistency, and time. While others become frustrated by slow progress, Taurus remains focused. They do not need immediate rewards to stay motivated. They do not require constant praise or validation from other people. They simply keep moving forward regardless of how long success takes. Day after day, they continue showing up and doing the work. Week after week, they maintain their commitment and discipline. Month after month, they continue improving little by little. Year after year, they continue building toward their goals. This consistency eventually becomes their greatest competitive advantage. Most people start strong, but struggle to maintain momentum. Taurus may start slowly, but they almost always finish strong. And that difference often changes the final outcome completely. One reason Taurus secretly outlasts everyone is because they are incredibly reliable. If a Taurus makes a promise, they usually take that promise seriously. If they commit to a goal, they remain committed even when things become difficult. If they begin a project, they genuinely want to see it completed. This reliability makes Taurus one of the most dependable signs in astrology. People know they can count on Taurus when it truly matters. Employers often trust Taurus because they are consistent and responsible. Friends trust Taurus because they are loyal and dependable. Family members trust Taurus because they follow through on commitments. Trust is one of the most valuable currencies a person can possess. The world rewards people who can be counted on during difficult times. Taurus seems to understand this truth naturally and instinctively. Another fascinating thing about Taurus is their relationship with hard work. Taurus is usually not interested in flashy displays of success. They don't necessarily need everyone to see how hard they are working. They don't require applause or recognition every step of the way. In fact, many Taurus individuals prefer working quietly behind the scenes. While others are talking about their plans, Taurus is already taking action. While others announce goals, Taurus is steadily making progress. This creates a powerful effect that often surprises people later. When success finally arrives, it appears sudden to outside observers. People often look at Taurus and assume they simply got lucky. What they fail to see are the years of discipline behind that success. They don't see the sacrifices, patience, and persistence required to get there. Luck usually plays a very small role in Taurus achievements. More often than not, Taurus earns every bit of their success. Another reason Taurus outlasts so many people is their emotional stability. Life is filled with ups, downs, victories, losses, and unexpected challenges. Many people allow these emotional highs and lows to control their decisions. Taurus tends to remain grounded even during uncertain situations. This doesn't mean they don't experience emotions like everyone else. They absolutely feel joy, sadness, excitement, and disappointment. But they rarely make major decisions based solely on temporary feelings. They think long-term and consider the consequences of their actions. They stay focused on what truly matters instead of reacting impulsively. This emotional steadiness allows them to keep moving forward consistently. Even when life becomes difficult, Taurus refuses to lose their direction. Their resilience becomes one of their most valuable strengths over time. Because while others may quit when things become challenging, Taurus remains committed. Their steady determination keeps them moving toward success no matter what. One thing people often underestimate about Taurus is the incredible strength hidden beneath their calm exterior. Because Taurus is usually peaceful and composed, some people assume they are easy to influence. Nothing could be further from the truth once Taurus fully commits to something important. A relaxed Taurus may appear flexible, but a determined Taurus is nearly impossible to stop. Once Taurus decides on a goal, changing their mind becomes extremely difficult. Their famous stubbornness is often misunderstood by people who don't know them well. While stubbornness can occasionally create challenges, it is also one of their greatest strengths. That same stubbornness becomes persistence when Taurus is pursuing something meaningful. When others begin doubting themselves, Taurus often continues moving forward. When others become discouraged by setbacks, Taurus remains focused. When others abandon their dreams halfway through the journey, Taurus continues building theirs. This persistence allows Taurus to survive challenges that would break many people. It helps them stay committed even when success seems distant. Over time, their consistency begins producing results that others never expected. And eventually, all those years of effort and patience begin to pay off. One of Taurus's greatest gifts is their ability to remain calm during chaos. Imagine a powerful storm at sea with waves crashing from every direction. The winds are howling loudly and everything around you feels unstable. Many people would panic when faced with such overwhelming circumstances. Many people would lose focus and begin making emotional decisions. Many people would allow fear to control their actions and judgment. Taurus, however, often becomes the anchor during situations like these. They remain grounded when others are overwhelmed by emotion. They stay practical when others become distracted by fear. They focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. This calm energy makes Taurus incredibly valuable during difficult situations. Friends, family, and colleagues often look to Taurus when stability is needed. Taurus provides something increasingly rare in today's fast-paced world. That rare quality is consistency, reliability, and emotional balance. In relationships, Taurus is equally impressive and deeply committed. They are not usually interested in temporary connections or superficial bonds. Taurus wants loyalty, trust, and genuine emotional security. They value sincerity far more than excitement that quickly fades away. When Taurus genuinely cares about someone, they invest deeply in that connection. They do not give their trust easily, but when they do, it is meaningful. Their love tends to be steady rather than dramatic or unpredictable. Their loyalty tends to be unwavering rather than dependent on circumstances. Their commitment often lasts long after others have chosen to walk away. This is another reason Taurus frequently outlasts everyone around them. They do not abandon important things simply because they become difficult. Not relationships that matter deeply to them. Not goals they have spent years working toward. Not responsibilities they have willingly accepted. And certainly not dreams that still live within their hearts. Taurus understands the true value of commitment better than most people. Another fascinating aspect of Taurus is their strong connection to abundance and security. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, they naturally appreciate quality and comfort. They often have a strong desire to create stability in every area of life. This does not necessarily mean every Taurus becomes wealthy overnight, but it does mean they understand the importance of building a secure future. They tend to be excellent at managing resources and planning ahead. They prefer sustainable growth over reckless decisions and unnecessary risks. Taurus understands that wealth is usually built slowly rather than instantly. They know that lasting success rarely comes from shortcuts or quick fixes. Instead, it comes from discipline, patience, and smart long-term decisions. This mindset frequently guides Taurus toward financial stability and prosperity. While others chase temporary trends, Taurus focuses on long-term value. While others gamble on risky opportunities, Taurus carefully builds strong foundations. While others search endlessly for shortcuts, Taurus creates systems that continue working. Once again, their patience becomes one of their greatest advantages. One reason Taurus is so powerful is because they rarely compare themselves to others. Many people waste enormous amounts of energy worrying about someone else's success. Taurus tends to avoid this trap and focus on their own journey. They understand that life is not a race against everyone else. It is a personal journey filled with growth and self-improvement. They know comparing their Chapter 2 to someone else's Chapter 20 is unfair. Instead of competing with everyone around them, Taurus competes with themselves. Their focus remains on becoming better than they were yesterday. This mindset leads to continuous growth without unnecessary stress. It allows them to stay focused on progress rather than distractions. Perhaps the greatest lesson Taurus teaches us is the power of consistency. Motivation may come and go depending on circumstances and emotions. Excitement may come and go depending on opportunities and experiences. Energy may come and go as life presents different challenges. But consistency continues long after motivation has disappeared. Taurus understands this principle better than almost anyone else. They know that small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. A single workout changes very little in the grand scheme of things. Years of workouts can completely transform a person's body and health. A single dollar saved may seem insignificant in the moment. Years of saving and investing can create financial freedom and security. A single effort may not appear life-changing at first, but years of effort can completely transform a person's future. Taurus lives by this principle whether they realize it or not. And that is exactly why they continue succeeding year after year. Not because they are always the fastest people in the room, not because they are always the loudest or most attention-grabbing individuals, not because they are simply luckier than everyone else around them, but because they keep showing up when others stop trying. Again and again, they continue putting in the work required for success. Again and again, they choose patience instead of giving up too soon. Again and again, they remain committed when others become distracted. Eventually, consistency begins outperforming natural talent and temporary motivation. Eventually, consistency defeats shortcuts that promise quick but unreliable success. Eventually, consistency becomes the reason Taurus reaches goals others only dream about. Their quiet determination allows them to achieve extraordinary things over time. Their patience turns small efforts into remarkable accomplishments. Their loyalty and commitment help them build a life that lasts. And that consistency is truly Taurus's hidden superpower in life. That is why Taurus remains the silent powerhouse of the Zodiac, steady, dependable, and almost impossible to stop. But the story of Taurus does not end with patience, loyalty, and consistency alone. There is another powerful quality that often goes unnoticed by the people around them. Taurus possesses an incredible ability to protect what they value most. Whether it is family, friendships, dreams, or personal goals, they guard them fiercely. They do not take important things for granted. They understand that everything valuable requires care and attention. This protective nature makes Taurus one of the most dependable people to have in your life. When they care about someone, they genuinely want to see that person succeed. They often become a source of encouragement during difficult times. Their support may not always be loud or dramatic, but it is sincere. Taurus believes actions speak louder than words. That is why they often show love through effort rather than grand speeches. They help when help is needed. They listen when someone needs understanding. They stay when others choose to leave. This quiet loyalty creates bonds that can last a lifetime. Another remarkable trait of Taurus is their appreciation for life's simple pleasures. They understand that happiness is not always found in extraordinary moments. Sometimes happiness is found in peace, comfort, and meaningful connections. Taurus knows how to enjoy the present moment without constantly chasing the next thing. This ability helps them maintain balance in a world filled with pressure and distractions. While many people are always searching for more, Taurus often appreciates what they already have. Gratitude becomes one of their hidden strengths. It allows them to remain grounded even when life becomes complicated. Taurus also has a natural talent for creating stability for others. Their presence often makes people feel safe and secure. They bring a sense of calm wherever they go. Even during stressful situations, they often help others stay focused. This is why many people naturally trust Taurus with important responsibilities. They know Taurus will handle things carefully and thoughtfully. Taurus rarely acts without considering the consequences. They prefer making decisions based on logic and experience. This practical mindset helps them avoid many unnecessary mistakes. It also helps them build a strong reputation over time. Reputation is something Taurus values deeply. They understand that trust takes years to build and only moments to lose. Because of this, they usually strive to act with integrity. They want their actions to reflect their values. They want people to know they can be trusted. This commitment to honesty strengthens their relationships and opportunities. Taurus also understands the importance of patience during difficult seasons of life. They know that not every chapter will be easy or rewarding. Some seasons are meant for growth rather than immediate success. Some seasons are meant for learning rather than winning. Taurus accepts this reality better than most people. They continue moving forward even when progress feels slow. They trust the process when others begin losing faith. They believe that consistent effort eventually produces meaningful results. And that belief becomes one of the greatest reasons they succeed. In the end, Taurus teaches us that true power is not about speed, noise, or attention. It is about patience, resilience, loyalty, and the courage to keep going when everyone else stops.